r/iscredit. What fun things can we get for free on the computer? Hey! I get to plug openlibrary.org, https://openlibrary.org. It's a free public library. The books are all scanned page by page and work on your computer, phone, tablet, or e-reader. There are multiple formats available. And it's not just public domain works. It's a full library with new books being added every day. They even have some comic books and graphic novels as well as a lot of old video. It's really cool and anyone who likes to read should check it out. Completely free to use, though I think you have to sign up with an email if you want to borrow a book to read offline. You can read anything you want while online, though, without signing up. Totally free, no ID required. A little bit of everything, all of the time. Archive.org. It has a ton of free digital information stored, but I mostly use it for its live music archive, which is an infinite amount of live music from bands that allow sharing, more than you'd expect. Also, the Wayback Machine is cool and useful at times where it has a snapshot of just about any website from random points in history. GIMP. Ignore the unfortunate naming, but it's an open source copy of Photoshop. OpenOffice. Open source copy of Microsoft Office. Itch.io has a bunch of really cool free games. Old school RuneScape Crab. Stellarium. https://stellarium.org. Stellarium is a free open source planetarium for your computer. It shows a realistic sky in 3D, just like what you see with the naked eye, binoculars, or a telescope. Features. Sky. Default catalog of over 600,000 stars. Extra catalogs with more than 177 million stars. Default catalog of over 80,000 deep sky objects. Extra catalog with more than 1 million deep sky objects. Asterisms and illustrations of the constellations. Constellations for 40 plus different cultures. Images of nebulae, full messy catalog. Realistic Milky Way. Very realistic atmosphere, sunrise, and sunset. The planets and their satellites. All sky surveys, DSS, HIPS. Interface. A powerful zoom. Time control. Multilingual interface. Fisheye projection for planetarium domes. Spheric mirror projection for your own low-cost dome. Graphical interface and extensive keyboard control. Telescope control. Visualization. Several coordinate grids. Precession circles. Star twinkling. Shooting stars. Tails of comets. Eclipse simulation. Supernovae and novae simulation. Exoplanet locations. 3D sceneries. Skinnable landscapes with spheric panorama projection. Customizability. Plug-in system adding artificial satellites, ocular simulation, telescope control, and more. Ability to add new solar system objects from online resources. Add your own deep sky objects, landscapes, constellation images, scripts. When you set it up, you can plug in your coordinates, and it will show you a real-time calculation of what is in the sky above your location. Makes finding stars or planets very easy. If you want to, you can use it with a projector to make your own planetarium. Many vintage games that are abandonware now, or modern remakes of them that are freeware sometimes. OpenTTD comes to mind. Credit monitoring after a hacker cracks your ridiculously easy password on your password manager. Not League of Legends. Minesweeper and Space Pinball XP. Almost everything digital can be obtained free if you're willing. Do you like classic video games? Then I recommend myabandonware.com. While it is technically piracy, all the games on there are years out of print, owned by companies that have gone bust or have no intention of ever releasing them again. And while there is a lot of shovelware, there are some great old games you can play if you're willing to put in the work to get them to run. There's that awesome dinosaur game when you don't have internet. Dext. A free software copy of a Yamaha DX7. One of the first popular and affordable FM synthesizers. Used in many pop songs from the 80s. It's really fun to play around with making sounds. Lots and lots of bootlegs from your favorite musical artists. https://www.guitars101.com. Guitar tabs and chords. You can find a decent tab for 99% of music out there. I like to just search the song name followed by chords or tabs, and I can almost always find a songster or ultimate guitar or YouTube video that gives me exactly what I need. Linux. It's 100% free and open source. There are some paid variants if you want them, but the popular variants are free. It gets rid of all crapware you may have on your computer. It gives you a level of choice and customization options that Windows and Mac OS can only dream of. It will generally run a lot faster than Windows, especially on older hardware. If you're thinking there's hardly any software/programs for Linux, the situation has improved drastically in the last few years and shows no signs of slowing down. For example, most Steam games designed for Windows run great on Linux now. If you've ever felt, man, I wish my computer could do this, or I wish my computer worked like this, chances are Linux allows you to do it. Switching from Windows to Linux felt like I had been in a prison for decades and was finally set free to do what I wanted. Canva. You get more access to stuff if you're a member/on the free trial, but basic functionality and graphics for all things including ability to download is free. Had to do a talking presentation for an assignment and was able to do on free access. Software. Namely, Linux. About 13 to 14 years ago I decided to teach myself how to work on laptops. First huge repair was to a hard drive on a, now, old ThinkPad. I thought I was a genius when I was done. The thing I hated most was installing the OS. I hated how long it took and the licensing. I tried Linux and hated it, but went back to it because I hated more about the other OS. I'm a construction worker, BTW. Fast forward to me being able to swap Mobos pretty much in my sleep and Linux getting better, and in some ways worse. Linux saved the day over and over. I still have a Win machine, an Apple for my old lady's phone, and I just never use them. There's no compiling, and if ya don't want to learn commands you pretty much don't have to, but you can. Just the other day I bought what looks to be a 2009 MacBook Pro and gave it new life with Linux, Cinnamon Desktop. Typing on it right now. Kind of love/hate this machine, but $50 and it's in pretty much perfect condition. Best money I ever spent at a gas station. Any open source dev has my sincere thanks. If only people knew how much better computing can be. To me, it looks like they make operating systems just different enough so that it looks like too much of a pain to learn something else. I think that's why some Android phones are skinned the way they are, but that's a different rant. The shit's free, man, go ahead and use it. Viruses, depends on your version of fun I guess. What can't we get for free? Warframe, best free-to-play game out there. It's also on consoles and it has cross-play. Free games on Epic Store. Meanwhile I only play the games that I paid for on Steam and I wonder why. Tree size free. Helps lay everything stored on your drive or folder nicely by size so you can find what's taking up the most space on your computer. I use it all the time. Amazon Freebie. https://www.amazon.co.uk/gp/video/storefront?content type $subscription $content ID $free withads $benefit ID $free withads $ref $freebie_PSR_PSZ_PSR_4MLM9KOC_4C60888143982822_S is basically Amazon's Prime Video, but the free version. There aren't really going to be any summer blockbusters on there anytime soon, but there are a few diamonds in the rough. You just sometime have to dig really deep to find it. It's how I've been able to watch 30 Rock, Parks and Rec, Columbo, and even early Mythbusters. Only available in the US, UK, and Germany, though I'm sure there are ways around that. https://archive.org/details/cbk?sort=sign-downloads&page=1 12,377 cookbooks from many years, countries, cultures, and authors. Software, open source licensed programs to do almost everything. Wisdom, access to the sum of almost all human knowledge. Gifts, lovely viral and worm-like packages of goodness that are delightful to run. Sharing, publication of your most deeply held private thoughts and identity, whether you want to or not. Community, to be insulted incessantly by idiots the world over. Validation, sorry, that one was a mistake. OpenAI is great really. The correct answer's porn, right? It's porn. I just discovered that the Bibliothèque Nationale de France has an app called Gallica which contains all of its digital archives and it's free. I've already found some excellent things on there. Welcome to open source software. Torrents, books, music, games. As a computer tech/store owner, I would say fingerprints, crumbs, dust, stains and cat/dog hair. Chat, OpenCourseware, Coursera, edX whatnot. As a generalist and a student, these courses and resources are just amazing. My father didn't have these resources, but I do have them and I'm grateful. Any information we can think of at any time, even on a whim. The internet is for porn. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=zbdcq6q8k2e. Porn and sock quotes. Porn. Lots of free porn. Nearly endless games for free if one go looking for abandonware and emulators, lots of other free stuff like freeware office suits and SQL servers and the likes.